Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great evening tonight. Thank you guys very much for joining me for this live event. If you're here, make sure to say hello over in the chat box. It should be either over here or just below this window. Make sure to say hello and get those questions ready. I am definitely not an expert at the U.S. Postal Service, but I'm definitely a little more familiar with it as I send a lot of handmade cards, and I want to help you out as you send your handmade cards out for everyone to see. And so we're going to go over some basics of sending handmade cards out, and I did a video a year or two ago using the same idea, but postage rates have increased since that video. So I wanted to jump out here into the live universe and kind of go over that again. And of course, give you a chance to ask some questions that you may not know the answer for. So again, I don't guarantee that I have the answer for it, but I hopefully will be able to either get close, or I do have this magic box that sits in front of me called a laptop, and I can look things up on Google, and my Google skills are usually pretty good, so I can find an answer pretty quickly. Pat is here, Ines is here, and Kathy are all here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. Again, if you are not here live, if you're catching this on the replay, make sure to click the subscribe button and then click the bell notification icon, and then make sure to turn your notifications on so that way you get notified every time I post a new video or go live right here on YouTube. Hope everybody's had a great weekend so far. I have had well, it's just starting actually. My weekend is just starting because tonight is my Friday night. And I'm going to be watching SNL with RuPaul after this is all over with tonight. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I hope you're having a great night as well. Let's go ahead and jump in there. And I'm just checking settings and making sure that everything is working correctly, which I believe it is. So I'm going to pull my notes up. I apologize if I do look at the screen more than I look at the camera. I just want to really make sure that I'm getting all this information correct for you, so that way you know all about it. If you miss any information or need, if I didn't talk about something, or you felt like I may have misspoke, which is entirely a possibility that could happen tonight, I put down in the description 2 links. The first link goes to the official USPS website, where you can find out all the information about postage, ranging from the smallest of postcard all the way up to the largest package that you have to send, and it has all the information on how much it's going to cost. So that's an important link for you. I've also put another link down there, and we'll talk about that one in just a minute. So let's kick things off. First of all, let's talk about postage right now. And I'm actually going to grab, I should have done this a moment ago, but I'm going to grab my actual stamps that I have. I keep them, first of all, this may be a handy little tip for you. I keep them in this nice little zippered pouch. This is great because if I'm going to be on the go, I can just grab this pouch with me. Let's say I'm taking a road trip or doing something where I'm going to want to have postage with me. I can grab this little envelope and take this zippered pouch, I should say. I can take this with me. I got this from the Container Store. It wasn't very expensive at all, and it's the perfect size for most stamps. Most stamps come on a sheet that fits in here. I did have to cut one of the sheets down because it was just too large to fit in there. This is the one that I had to cut down. As you can see here, it was just way too big. So I cut the sides down, and it fits perfectly inside the bag now. And you are going to see that I have a lot of different stamps. I have to say that, let's see, who is that? Stars of May is her name, is her Instagram name, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I'm really embarrassed about that. But anyway, she does a lot of mail art videos, and so she has a lot of stamps, both like the current ones, but also some of the vintage ones. And I have a couple of not necessarily vintage, but older stamps in here. These are just a quick little sample of some of the ones that I have, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. All right, so a postage stamp, a current U.S. postage stamp, just like this one right here. You can notice down at the bottom it says USA Forever. These are forever stamps, which basically means that when you purchase them, at whatever rate you purchase them at, they will be good forever. So they account if the USPS decides to increase the amount that stamp cost, the one that you purchased will not need any extra postage on it. So basically it's a guarantee. As soon as you buy that postage stamp, it will not increase. You won't have to pay more or get any of those like 1-cent stamps or anything to use them. So that's a great thing that the post office did, and it makes it very convenient when there is a price change, either up or down. If it's going down, then you did lose a little bit of money, but for the most part, the United States Postal Service is increasing and not decreasing. It's only happened once for a decrease while I've been around. So there's the regular 55-cent postage stamps, just like this one. Then, if you're going to be sending out a square, oversized, or unusual envelope of any kind, that's going to cost you 70 cents. And those are going to be these stamps right here. These are called non-machinable surcharge stamp, and I'm trying to get it where it'll focus on the text down at there we go. Non-machinable surcharge stamps. These are 71 cents, but they cover anything that is basically non-machinable, which is going to be or non-machinable or oversized or square. That this stamp basically takes care of that and covers your 70-cent cost in order to send anything. Remember, square envelopes, the reason why square envelopes need extra postage is because as all of these envelopes are flying through the machines at the post office, they are going lightning speed. And because of that, they are shooting through there. And if you have a rectangular envelope, the computer and the machines know which way to put the envelope. The moment you have a square envelope, the computers and machine don't know which way that envelope goes, and so more than likely it's not going to get it in the right direction because you have a 1 out of 4 chance of having it go the right direction through the machine. And because of this, a lot of times it has to get pulled out and separated out and sent back through the machine the right way, and usually it's a human that does that, as far as I know, and so it can get really complicated. And so because of that, they have to put in the extra work, and that's why it costs a little bit more to send a square envelope. So if you're doing wedding invitations or a special party invitation or something like that, and you want a square envelope, just remember that it is going to cost you more than if you did a rectangular envelope. So what else do we have? A piece of first-class mail weighing 1 ounce or less is non-machinable. Wait, that didn't sound right. A piece of first-class mail weighing 1 ounce or less. I think it's actually more. I think it's more than that. Sorry, I think I used the wrong terminology there. But anyways, I was researching and I may have got that wrong. But anyways, oh, I know what it is. Here's what it actually says. A piece of first-class mail weighing 1 ounce or less is non-machinable if, that's what I missed, if the length is over 11.5 inches. So if your envelope is over 11.5 inches, that's non-machinable. Its width is over 6 1/8 inch. So basically the length of a dollar bill. So if it's width, basically how tall that envelope is. If it's over the length of a dollar bill, then it is non-machinable. If the thickness of your envelope is over 1/4 inch, so if your thickness of that envelope is over 1/4 inch, then it is non-machinable. And the last one is, or no, actually there's 2 more. The aspect ratio, length divided by width, not between 1.3 and 2.5, must be 30% longer than the width, and it cannot be more than 2.5 times larger than its width. I know that's a lot of math. Again, these are listed on the USPS website, so make sure to go check that out. Basically, just remember that your length needs to be longer than your width. That's the biggest thing to remember. If it's a square, it won't. It needs extra postage. And lastly, if your letter is lumpy, uneven, stiff, contains metals, paper clips, staples, rubber bands, magnets, etc., that is non-machinable. However, I have sent plenty of documents that have been stapled, so I feel like that may not exactly be true. However, there are plenty of embellishments, and I don't have any within arm's reach right now, but there are plenty of embellishments that we put onto our cards. and a lot of those are non-machinable. So please make sure that you're paying attention. And if your envelope feels bulky, it's going to need extra postage. That's kind of the rule of thumb for me. If a package or an envelope is bulky, or I feel a spot that I feel like might get stuck in a machine somewhere, I just go ahead and slap one of them non-machinable stamps on it. And remember that these non-machinable stamps are forever stamps, so you don't have to worry about them going out of, like you don't have to worry about adding extra postage to them. If the rates increase, it's a forever stamp and you don't have to worry about it. If you are trying to send a postcard, let's see, do I have a I feel like I have a postcard stamp somewhere in here. Postcards are going to be 35 cents. So you only need 35 cents in order to send that postcard to your favorite person. I actually, in my planner at work, I have a couple of postcards that came with my planner. And I've gone ahead and stuck a postage stamp on it, so that way I'm ready to go whenever I need to get one out in the mail. Let's say I forgot a coworker's birthday, or I forgot somebody else's birthday. I can just quickly write them a note, drop it in the mail, and it'll be ready to go. That way I don't have to scramble and find my postage stamps like I did just now. This is the let's see, can I get this to focus? Focus, mister. There we go. So this is the postcard. It says postcard down at the very bottom, and right now they are seashell themed. So there's a whole bunch of different seashells that you can use. So that is for postcards. Remember that. Finally, we have a global forever stamp, and this is a $1.20 stamp, and there are many different ones right now. I have some older ones that are, I don't know if you can get these anymore, but these are global, excuse me. They are global stamps that look like the moon. So this is a fun one. I've wanted to do like a night sky and put this up in there. And then there are also some other ones that I have. I have, these are holiday ones. So we have some poinsettias. And again, these are forever stamps. So whenever you buy them, that's the price that they're going to be, and you don't have to worry about adding any extra postage onto them. I also have some succulents as well. And that's a really great thing about postage stamps, is that they continuously bring out new ones. There's also a lot of older ones as well that are available. I love some of the, let's see, I have so many different ones in here. It's kind of funny. Oh, by the way, excuse me, by the way, there's multiple versions of those non-machinable stamps. I also have these blue-tailed butterflies along with the yellow ones. So you can either use blue or yellow, it doesn't matter. As long as it says non-machinable at the bottom, non-machinable surcharge. Goodness gracious. But anyways, I have a lot of fun stamps in here that I love being able to use, and I was looking for an older set, and I don't see any off the top of my head. But there's a lot of great holiday ones, just like these for Halloween. I love these. I didn't realize how shiny these were whenever I bought them. And they're super shiny and foil. And that's the cool thing about the post office, is they put out a lot of fun stamps. So try to get creative with your postage stamps and relate it in some way to your card. Some of y'all may have seen when I did a sports related card, and then I used the baseball stamp as the stamp to send the card out. So there's a lot of fun that you can have with the stamps. You can coordinate colors, you can coordinate what's actually on the stamp, you can coordinate a lot of different things. So I highly recommend taking a few minutes to just check it out and see what stamps are available. And the way to do that is you can purchase, and this is the second link that is down in the description below. There's a link to this right here. Now this one is the current version, so when you're seeing this video, if you are watching this on the replay, this may not be the one that's currently out, but this is the one for Q1 of 2020, and they usually put this out each quarter, so you usually get one each quarter. And this basically talks about what stamps are currently out, and then also gives some insight into what postage stamps will be coming. I don't know how to say this name, And I find it at some points very hard to look for these. So I've gone to the website, I've gone to USPS is it gov? I think it might be gov. I've gone there and, no, it is .com, USPS.com. And I've gone to the website and tried to find this, and I guess they like sell out, which by the way, these are free. So you don't have to pay anything to get these. These are 100% free. But I think they either run out or I don't know what happens, but I just can't find them anymore. So I have to like Google this word, which I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce for you because I have no idea what this word, how this word is pronounced. But anyways, inside, let's take a look inside and see what we get. So inside, it shows the sheet that the stamps come on, and then it also is going to give some other things, like some history sometimes about what the stamp is all about. It also gives you options for if you collect stamps. You have a way to order specific types of different things. So like you can look for a stamp ceremony memento. You can actually order a specific envelope that was basically canceled on the day of the release of this. And so because of that, let me get rid of this. It looks like there's a comment from somebody who's not so good. Anyways, so you can order different products from this catalog that are commemorative type of different things. So we also have PTSD, and they're also doing the, I think it's the national parks, might be state parks, can't remember. Anyways, so there's a lot of good, awesome things to get out of this. I'm trying to find one, yeah, so you can see down here under, which this stamp is not yet released, that's coming out this year, but you can see down here, these two items are commemorative canceled envelopes with the stamp on them. I would not be ordering that because I'm not a collector so much. You could probably disagree with me with how many I have in here, but I'm not really a collector. I like to collect them to send them, but I'm not keeping them for myself or sending or doing anything like that. So we got some more, there's the heart ones that I just showed you. We got a USA one there. We got some more state or national parks, Big Bend, that one. Yeah, Big Bend National Park. So these are all national parks then. If I can... That was my elbow. That was not good. These stamps came out last year, but they're still available for you to order. So these are some awesome art stamps from Ellsworth Kelly. And then what else do we have? And then we just have a whole bunch of current stamps that are out right now. I love these love stamps. Anytime there's like a love stamp, I'm definitely on top of that one. I love being able to send my envelopes literally with love on them. So, and then we have some cacti, some birds, and stuff like that. Anyways, so this catalog is absolutely free. You can request one and have it sent to you, and then you can go through and look through them. And again, they also have some other things, like this space stamps have a patch that you can buy and a little passport, and a couple little other things that go with the Challenger stamp set, or postage stamp. I want to say like stamp set like we used to stamp with, but anyways. So lots of great things are available from this, and if you are kind of a fanatic like I am about ordering stamps, you can order this and go through it. There's also an order form available for you to send back. A lot of these I just buy online. It's so much easier to buy them online and then have them shipped. I either get them shipped to my post office box or to here at the house. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. So anyways, we got all of that. What else did I need to say? Where are my notes? Global Forever. Let's see, a letter. This is also something important. A letter mail is defined as being up to 1 ounce. If your envelope is heavier, it will need an additional 20 cents for each ounce. So really pay attention to how heavy it is. Granted, a lot of times are just normal cards that we have, normal cards like this aren't going to be any heavier than 1 ounce. But if you have a lot of embellishments, or if you stuff an envelope pretty full, you might need to pay for some extra postage. Again, most of the time I just stick on the non-machinable and I'm good. So I haven't really had a problem with envelopes coming back to me, and that's been really great. Also, over on Instagram, on the Postal Service's Instagram page, I did notice that for Valentine's Day, the day is already passed for you to be able to do this, but if you wanted to get a card to a loved one and pass it through, I don't remember the name of the town, but basically there is a town that has a Valentine's kind of name to it, whether it was Love or Valentine or something like that. You could actually mail your envelope. So basically you had the envelope that you wanted to send to your recipient. I actually did this. So I put it into another bigger envelope and then stuck a stamp on both the envelope on the inside and then the envelope going to that post office, mailed it off, and the postmaster will take it out of the first envelope, stamp it with the canceling stamp from that location, and then send it off. So there are plenty of great towns all across this country. I believe one of the most popular is Christmas, Florida. Melody Lane may know more about this, but Christmas, Florida, I believe if you send your Christmas cards to them, all postmarked, all have a stamp on them, have their recipient address and your address. If they have all the addresses on it and a stamp already on the envelope, they will go ahead and take it out of the box and send it through their canceling machine, which cancels it as Christmas, Florida. And then it goes out to your recipients from there. So that's a really fun way. I know that they get super overloaded with lots of cards that are coming out from Christmas, Florida. Great way to do that. So that's a lot of fun. Carolyn is here. Hello, Carolyn. Welcome back. And I'm just going to go look that up really quick. Instagram, USPS. So, anyways, like I was saying, this is a great way to give your card or envelope that little something else special. Although it's a detail that most people would probably not pick up on, it's kind of cool in my opinion, and I think it's like a lot of fun. So this one, the one that the post office was promoting, is from Loveland, Colorado. So and it has a special heart cancellation on it. So it kind of adds a little something extra to that envelope. And I believe the one in Christmas, Florida, they have a special like Santa or Christmas tree that they use to cancel their envelopes. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool and a fun little extra thing that you can do for your postage. The way that you do it is you write your envelope. Again, you have your envelope that has your recipient's address, your return address, and a postage stamp already applied, ready to go. Put that into an envelope, put your return address on that outer envelope, and then you can say postmaster dash attention, and in this case it was Valentine's, so Valentine's, the address of the post office, and you're good to go. So postmaster dash attention Valentine's, then the address for Loveland, Colorado's post office. Same thing could be done for Christmas, so you would put postmaster attention Christmas, and then the address of the Christmas post office. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to everybody. I'm not looking at comments at this moment, so I hope everybody's there. But anyways, I hope that makes sense and you get a better understanding of what that is, what all that entails. And I was kind of Google searching to see what other fun cities are listed out there, and there is a Hell, Missouri, I think it is. It is literally a small, sleepy town that looks like there may be just a couple buildings there, and the post office isn't even its own freestanding post office. It's inside the general store, and it doesn't even look like it's open year round. So I was hoping to maybe send my Halloween cards from hell. How much fun would that be? But I don't know that they're open. So I'm still doing research, and it wouldn't hurt to do your own research as well. Find out what towns are available, because I think you could send some, you could send some pretty interesting cards from some different locations. All right, I've talked a lot. We've gone about 25 minutes into this video so far, and I haven't seen a lot of questions, so I'm going to open this up and ask if anybody has any questions. Granted, I'm not an expert on this, but I can definitely Google really quickly, so hopefully we can get some questions that I can answer for you. We can also go through and look some more at my stamps. See what fun stamps I have. So I showed y'all the hearts, and I showed you the Halloween. I have some older, these are 39-cent stamps. These are the ones that used to come on the roll here. Hi, Linda! These used to come on a roll, and so we have, you have to lick them yourself. I have some just basic ones. These are the ones that I use to just send, regular mail. Nothing super special. I reserve the really good stamps for fun and the ones that I really know that I want to go to a certain recipient or something like that, right? Yeah, you don't want to send a bill with like some of your best stamps and stuff like that. Then I have these snowflake stamps, which these are forever stamps. These came out in 2015, I think. It's been a while. Hi, Teresa. These came out a while ago, but I absolutely love them. They're so much fun. I did a card using these as the inspiration for the rest of the card, using the Simon Says Stamp Snow Builder stamp set. So I need to order some more of these. If you know where I can order, let me know. Still looking. I got some of the service animals. And these are really big stamps. I wasn't expecting how large these stamps would be. Again, that's one thing that I love about the post office is a lot of different stamps that they put out are different sizes. So you don't have to have just your run-of-the-mill stamps. I ordered one sheet of the Sesame Street. So this is fun to put on different envelopes of different colors. So you can get kind of a rainbow of colors for your envelopes. You all saw the sports balls. Some more Halloween. I talked about these earlier, but these are love stamps. These are a lot of fun to put on envelopes. I know they are fun. I have the winter birds. So these are great to send in, of course, winter. These, I need to order some more of these because I don't know that I can. I have trouble using some of my stamps, I'll be honest. These are dragon stamps. Let's see if my camera will focus here. These are dragon stamps, and they are so much fun. I love these stamps so much. I really want to build, there it goes, I want to build a card off of the design that you see there. How cool would that be? I have, these are some more Christmas stamps, different Christmas carols. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, the love hearts are really good, Teresa. I have a coworker named Tanisha. Don't know why I said that. Anyways, these are fun. I don't know if you remember when these came out. This came out during the total solar eclipse back in 2017, August 2017. Let's see if my camera will focus on them. It is the moon. It's the total solar eclipse, but if I take my finger and I warm it up, it reveals the moon behind it. Look how cool these are. Like, it's just so much fun to play with these. And I didn't even realize that's what happened on these until I was literally, like, looking at them going, like, oh, that's cool. It's the solar eclipse. Cool. And I left my thumb over one of them. And when I picked it up, the moon was there. And I was like, wait a minute. And so I started doing it on the other ones. I was like, wait, these are temperature reactive. These are state and county fairs. So it's a whole bunch of state fair and county fair kind of motif. But it's fun because there's 4 stamps here. Like if you look up here, there's 4 stamps. 2 of them are already missing. I've used 2 of them so far, so that's pretty cool. Some more love stamps, kind of a floral pattern. And then last but not least, again, another set of stamps that I just don't want to use because I love them so much. We have the magic stamps. So the Art of Magic is a fun stamp set that, again, I want to do a card based off of this. Like, look how fun it would be to do like a rabbit coming out of the hat. That'd be pretty fun in my opinion. So anyways, those are the stamps that I have. Excuse me. And I've seen some really awesome stamps that will be coming out the rest of this year. Usually, if you do a Google search, you'll usually be able to find what stamps are going to be coming out for that year. And let me see if it's in this book yet. But there are some other stamps. Oh, here are the envelopes too. These are the collector's envelopes that you can see right there. Lots of different patterns and some fun things going on there. You can buy artwork from them. I thought about getting some of the artwork from the Halloween ones because I really like those stamps a lot. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat. If you're not here live, you can always leave them down below in the comments section, and I will make sure to answer them to the best of my ability as soon as I can. What do you do with them? I'm assuming you're talking about the envelopes. Those are commemorative envelopes that stamp collectors use because those stamps were issued and canceled on the day that they were released. So basically it just increases the value of that stamp and envelope because they were put out the day of issue, basically. Again, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm not a collector, so it's fine. But, you know, some of the stamp collectors could really get into that, I think. Yeah, they don't have the newest ones in here. There's going to be stamps that come out later this year that basically say thank you. They're going to be great stamps for thank you cards, and that's coming out, I think, mid-year maybe. Not 100% sure, but it's going to be really cool. Yeah, so, stamps. What do I do with the stamps? I put them on my envelopes and send them out, and I try to coordinate them usually. A lot of times I'll try to coordinate with what my card is. Again, there's the commemorative envelopes. And then, of course, you can buy big stamp sets as well. So you can buy lots and lots of stamps. So, ask me your questions. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. There's also shirts and puzzles. You can get those from this catalog. Lots of different things. And, of course, if your nieces or nephews or kids or anybody is into being a postal worker, you can buy them one of these model cars or trucks. Yeah, so anyways, any questions? I also thought this was a cool idea. I just remembered this. They have upcycled materials. So they actually, when their bags wear out, the mail bags wear out, they turn them into backpacks and an apron with pockets and all that kind of stuff. I just saw that one, and I think these are new, but they are upcycled from the bags of mail that they use in the factories and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Carolyn says that her dad used to be a postman. I almost said a post officer. So anyways, that's kind of a little bit of information about postage and how to send your handmade cards. Remember always, if you think your envelope needs extra postage, don't hesitate to put another stamp on it. Or, better yet, go to your local post office and ask them to weigh it for you. And that way they can find out exactly how much postage it's going to need to send. I've done that a couple of times. All the times that I've done it, I've lucked out, and they've actually told me just a regular stamp will work just fine. So I've been lucky in a lot of times, but you never know. You don't want that one special card that you're sending to your friend, family, etc. to come back to you because it didn't have sufficient postage on it. So always remember, you can always go to the post office. I know a lot of people don't like going to the post office because there are usually lines and sometimes it can get a little lengthy, but they are the experts and they're going to be able to help you the most, right? Like they know what it's going to cost to send everything. So it's easier to go to them and get it right the first time rather than send it out, get it back, realize it's the wrong postage or the wrong whatever, send it back and hope that it goes through the second time, right? That's what I'm telling you. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, right? A lot of fun postage stuff. A lot of fun postage talk. That's what I plan on doing that want to go to the post office. Yeah, it's easier just to go to the post office. It really, really is a lot of times. All right, well, anybody else have any other questions? You can also subscribe to the Postal Service on Instagram and Facebook, and I believe they have a Twitter as well. You can subscribe to them and keep up. That's how I found out about addressing my envelope and having it come through through Colorado, Lovetown, Colorado. That's how I found out about that. I'd kind of known about the Christmas Florida one, but this definitely confirmed that. So I get a lot of great information from them on their Instagram account, and they also keep me up to date with what new postage stamps are coming out as well. So I highly recommend subscribing to their Instagram. Linda says, thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really do appreciate you joining me this evening. It looks like nobody else has any questions, but if you do have any questions, you can always leave them down in the comments below. I do read every single comment. I try to respond to them as soon as possible. Linda says she used to work at the post office. Linda, did I get this information correct? I sure hope I did. Knowing that you worked at a post office, you probably are able to tell us better on some of these things. But I hope I got everything right, and I hope that it all made sense. Do you ever send things that Happy Mail, they are costly? Sometimes things can get quite costly, especially if you're sending something in a package, like a prepaid box or something like that. I do like the prepaid boxes, not prepaid, but like the boxes that are flat rate. That's what I'm thinking of, the flat rate boxes, because I definitely have sent some very heavy items through the mail, and as long as they're under 70 pounds, they'll go for that flat rate. So I find those boxes and flat rate envelopes to be very, very helpful. Linda says that I did great. Woo woo! Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate that. That is good to hear that I got everything right. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, if you need any information, the links are down in the description below, and you can always ask for more information in the comments or check out the USPS.com website for all your postage needs. And no, this was not a sponsored video by the Postal Service. Did this on my own. I hope everybody has a great night. Oh, wow. Let me try that again, shall I? I hope everybody has a great night. And remember, guys, normal's just the setting on the dryer. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.